Life is like a jar. If you fill it with sand first, distractions, noise, meaningless things, there will be no space left for what truly matters. But if you start with the golf balls, your family, your health, your passions, then everything else will find its place. Your priorities shape your life. Stephen R. Covey. In 2007, a man played violin in a New York subway for 45 minutes. Almost no one stopped. He earned just $30. What people didn't realize, he was Joshua Bell, one of the greatest violinists in the world, playing a $3.5 million instrument. Just 2 days earlier, he performed in a sold-out theater, where people paid $100 per ticket. Same talent, different environment. No matter how talented you are, in the wrong place, you may go unnoticed. Choose your priorities. Choose your environment. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today.
If a child is punished for telling the truth, they slowly learn to lie. And maybe adults are no different. Do you know who the most mysterious people are? Those who listen more, think deeply, and speak less. You can never truly know what's on their mind. Those who hide their emotions. You can't find their weak side. And the most dangerous ones. Those who never stop striving. Praise doesn't change them. Criticism doesn't break them. Because they don't listen to people. They listen to their purpose. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today.
They know what to do, but they don't do it. We know we should wake up early. We know we should exercise. We know we should read books. We know we should work on ourselves. But we don't. Now imagine this. 4 a.m., you wake up. Everyone else is sleeping. 5 a.m., you're reading a book. They're still dreaming. 6 a.m., you're exercising. They're still in bed. 6:30 a.m., you're learning a new language. 7 a.m., you plan your day. By 8 a.m., you've already improved your life, while others are just waking up and checking their phones. So tell me, can you still say, I don't have time? Success isn't just about waking up early. It's about what you do after you wake up. Fire. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today. We don't laugh because we're happy. We become happy because we laugh. If you want results you've never had, you must do things you've never done. I once felt sad because I had no shoes, until I saw a man with no feet. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And remember, if you love the rainbow, you must also learn to love the rain. Cloud with rain rainbow. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today.
One day a cat and a dog found a delicious cheese. But what wanted neither divided, so they decided to ask the clever fox for help. The fox, always sly, offered to split the cheese for them. As the cat and dog watched closely, the fox took a bite for himself, claiming he was balancing the halves. Bit by bit, the cheese disappeared, and in the end, the fox walked away with a full stomach, leaving the cat and dog with nothing. The lesson: be careful who you trust, especially when they stand to gain. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today.
If you think you can do something or you think you can't, you are right. Henry Ford. A person is truly grown only when they learn to care about the things that truly deserve their concern. Just because we like something does not mean it is good, and something that seems negative to us might actually be positive. No matter how hard you try to be a good person, one small mistake can make people see you as the bad one. No one has really seen the opposite. Sometimes life begins exactly where you lost. Time can never be stopped, but some things can still be stopped at the right moment. If you can't explain something to a 6-year-old child, it probably means you don't understand it well enough yourself. Albert Einstein. If you find yourself asking, do I really trust this, or not? Then the answer is probably no. In this world, everyone has their own truth. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today.
Don't let anyone tell you what you can or cannot do. Believe in yourself, always. Something no one can take away from you is something truly worth appreciating. Maturity is when you know someone is lying, but you just smile and let it go. When your plan is clear and detailed. No unexpected turn can stop you from reaching your goal. Stay focused. Stay strong. Keep moving forward.
Trust is powerful. If you want others to trust you, you must also learn to trust them. Even with your eyes closed. Even when life feels like you're falling. When you face problems, don't wait for others to solve them. Many people will listen, some will pretend to help, but deep down, you already know who truly stands with you. Remember this, behind every great person, there are usually two women, his mother and his wife. Their belief builds the strength the world later sees. And never underestimate unity. A single thread of a spider's web is weak, but together, those threads can trap even a lion. Success, trust, and strength all come from the same place: belief, support, and unity. At the peak we're trying to climb, mountain goats are calmly grazing. In life, there are three kinds of people: those who make things happen, those who react to what happens, and those who don't even understand what's happening. The interesting thing is, even if a person has no problems, their mind will try to invent some. So be careful with your imagination. It has a strange habit of becoming reality. And remember one important truth: the promises you make to yourself are more important than the promises you make to others. And if you want to make someone tell the truth, make them angry, because when people are angry, they don't have time to invent lies. Fire. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today. In this world, nothing is perfect. The one who searches for a perfect wife ends up without a wife. The one who searches for a perfect friend ends up without friends. The mind is a strange thing. It forgets the things you should remember, and remembers the things you wish you could forget. Before pouring out your pain, make sure the cup you pour it into has no holes. What a strange world. When a human kills a tiger, it is called hunting. When a tiger attacks a human, it is called savagery. It is better to be ordered to wait than to wait for an order. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today. An intelligent person, when facing a difficult situation, can always find a way to get out of it. But a wise person knows how not to get into that situation in the first place. When you talk too much about yourself, you will either end up praising yourself or criticizing yourself. So instead of talking, let your actions speak for you. Whether we are born lucky or unlucky doesn't really matter, because every one of us is given 24 hours in a day. How we use those 24 hours is what turns us into either successful or unsuccessful people. Sometimes, to understand where the real treasure is, you may have to travel around the whole world, only to realize in the end that the treasure was in your own home all along. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today. Sleep, wisdom and success. It's not the amount of sleep, but the quality that matters. 6 hours of deep, uninterrupted sleep is better than 10 hours of restless sleep. People are different. Some know and know they know. The intelligent, some know but don't realize it. The humble, some don't know but realize it. The wise, and some don't know and don't even know they don't know. The foolish and dangerous. Successful people do what they don't like, unlike others. Confidence doesn't need to be proven. Be as you are, or appear as you want to be seen. Remember, the smallest dog often barks the loudest. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today.
Stop wasting time on crows. The only bird that dares to attack an eagle is the crow. It sits on the eagle's back and pecks at its neck. But the eagle doesn't fight back. It doesn't waste energy. Instead, it rises higher. And the higher it flies, the harder it becomes for the crow to breathe, until it falls away. In life, people will always criticize you. If you gain weight, they judge. If you lose weight, they worry. If you dress well, you show off. If you don't, you're poor. If you speak, you're rude. If you stay silent, you're weak. If you succeed, you're arrogant. If you struggle, you're lazy. No matter what you do, people will always talk. So don't fight every crow. Focus on your heights. Rise above the noise. And let them fall away. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today.
Jump, they said. We're afraid, they replied. Then a push came from behind. Just as they were about to fall, wings appeared. And they flew. Sometimes, we need a little push to realize our own strength. Speak only when your words are stronger than silence. Wake up early. it's a bitter medicine that heals. The heart is mysterious. No one knows its place, but everyone knows its pain. Keep growing with us, subscribe today. A drop of water, falling again and again, eventually pierces the stone. It is not the strength of the drop that breaks the stone, but its persistence. Only humans have the ability to go beyond their limits, and reflect on what is right and what is wrong. The greater a person's goals become, the greater that person becomes as well. And remember this, when people can no longer use you the way they used to, they will say, you have changed. But sometimes, life truly begins at the place where you once lost. Clapperboard, keep growing with us, subscribe today. Laughter opens your heart and lights up your soul. Don't take life too seriously, or one day you might forget how to laugh. One of the worst habits in life is procrastination. We keep telling ourselves, there's still time. But time doesn't wait for anyone. Talk about yourself as much as you want. People will still talk about you behind your back. And their stories will always be more interesting. And remember this simple truth. If a problem can be solved with money, then it's not really a problem. It's just an expense. Subscribe for more daily motivation and powerful mindset videos. Actions should be louder than words. Flowers grow because of rain, not thunder. The best way to teach isn't by talking. It's by showing. A person can buy food, but not appetite. A clock, but not time. A bed, but not sleep. Medicine, but not health. A house, but not a family. Think about it. Some of the most valuable things in life are free, yet we ignore them. And here's the real difference. Some people talk to you when they're free. Others make time to talk to you. Choose wisely. Right finger follow for more.
Sometimes, you're just in the wrong place. A father gave his son an old watch. Go find out how much it's worth. Jula $150. The blacksmith said, $10. But the museum offered $500,000. Watch and hit? Not the watch. Te place. The right place sees your true value. Remember this. If you're surrounded by the wrong people, you'll feel worthless. But in the right place, you're priceless. Don't stay where you're undervalued. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today.
6 signs of a foolish person. Anger without a reason, talking without value, change without growth, moving without direction, trusting strangers blindly, not knowing friend from enemy. A person with real plans for tomorrow won't be sitting in front of the TV at 2 a.m. Mark Manson. If all you have is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. If you're arguing with a fool, there's a high chance he thinks the same about you. Winston Churchill. Follow for more.
Decide. Polar bear fur is extremely valuable. But if a hunter shoots the bear, its value drops many times. So they use a different method. They hide a sharp piece of metal inside meat, freeze it, and leave it where the bear lives. The bear comes. It can't bite the frozen meat, so it starts licking it. With every lick, the sharp metal cuts its tongue. Blood starts to flow, but it doesn't stop. Because desire takes over. The more it eats, the more blood it loses, until it collapses. Today, polar bears are protected. But human desire is still out of control. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today. Desai. Be content with what you have, but also dream big and aim higher. Fight for love, but also let go if you truly care. Isort. Yet it's never too late to start again. Tetrutis. People don't really understand your path, your dreams, or your struggles. They only give advice based on what worked for them. But your life is different. Only you can decide what's right for you. Don't wait for later. Later, people drift apart. Later, words lose meaning. Later, passion fades. Later, opportunities disappear. Later, turns into regret. So act now, because later is never promised. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today. Knowing and understanding are not the same. Many people may know you, but only a few truly understand you. And remember this: never hurt your mother. Not with words. Not with anger. Not even with silence. She is the only one who loved you before the world even knew you existed. Now, think about this. What's the difference between liking and loving? If you like a flower, you pick it just to enjoy its beauty for a moment. But soon, it fades. But if you love a flower, you protect it. You nurture it. You give it what it needs to grow. Antolayu. So in life, don't just like people. Learn to love them the right way. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today.
Mistakes we might make have already been made by someone before us. Sometimes it's enough just to learn from them. If you spoke without thinking, then you simply said exactly what was already in your mind. The most dangerous predator is the human being, because even when full, a human can still destroy. Adriano Celentano. From a single tree, 1,000,000 matches can be made. But just one match can burn down an entire forest. Fire evergreen tree, keep growing with us, subscribe today.
Don't go shopping when you're hungry. You'll buy things you don't need. And don't choose people when you feel lonely. You might choose the wrong one. Because, in desperation, we don't choose what we need. We choose what's available. Tesame. Your PIN code is secret, right? But the system still knows if it's correct or wrong, not by seeing it, but by verifying it the right way. So in life, don't just choose anything. Choose what's right. Choose what's secure. Choose what you truly need. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today. They used to ask me, who do you want to be when you grow up? And I would answer with excitement, a doctor, a lawyer, a soldier, a professor. But today, my answer has changed. Now, I would say, I want to be someone who is patient, calm in the chaos, someone who understands life, not just lives it, someone who sees the world for what it truly is, not what it pretends to be, and most of all, someone who is genuinely happy. Because, in the end, it's not about what you become, it's about who you become. And one more thing I've learned. When someone doesn't like you, they find others who feel the same. And suddenly, it feels like many people are against you. But look closer. Those people don't even like each other. They're only connected because of you. And that says something powerful. It means your presence alone is strong enough to unite people, even if it's against you. So don't feel small. Don't feel weak. Not everyone has that kind of impact. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today. Watch your thoughts. They become your words. Watch your words. They become your actions. Watch your actions. They become your habits. Watch your habits. They become your character. And your character becomes your destiny. For the things you cannot change, choose serenity. For the things you can change, find the courage. And to understand the difference, you need wisdom. And sometimes, the universe jokes with us. Appearance doesn't matter. People become wiser with age. Social media shows the truth. But reality is different. Not everything is what it seems. So think, choose wisely, and live consciously. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today. People say lions, wolves, and tigers are the most dangerous animals. But a worm once told its children something different. The real danger isn't them. It's geese, ducks, and chickens. Strange, right? That's when you realize it's not just about what you hear. It's about who is saying it. Not every piece of advice is truth. Some words are spoken for benefit. Not for you, but for them. So question everything and always verify what you're told. Because not everything is a coincidence. Unhappy people often sleep more than others. Those who feel lonely deep inside tend to laugh the loudest, even at things that aren't funny. The ones who are always there to help others are often the ones who need help the most. People with low self-confidence lie more often, not to deceive others, but to hide themselves. And the strongest people, they're usually the quiet ones. The ones who don't speak much in a crowd. They listen. They observe. And when they speak, every word matters. So don't just listen to words. Understand people. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today. A lost eagle's egg fell into a chicken farm. A farmer found it and placed it among chicken eggs. The eagle was born, but all it saw were chickens. So it believed, I must be a chicken. It grew up pecking the ground, living like the rest. One day, it saw something powerful in the sky. What is that? Itaskir. That's an eagle, they said. The king of the sky. The eagle looked up and whispered, I wish I was born like that. But it already was. Most people are born eagles, but are raised to think they're chickens. Hard times create strong people. Strong people create easy times. Easy times create weak people. Weak people create hard times. Gesetz, Michael Hopf, Growing Was. Subscribe today. Everybody is trying to find the right person, but nobody is trying to be the right person. There are only two important days in your life. The day you were born, and the day you discover why. Sometimes, to see who you really are, you need to see yourself through the eyes of someone who truly values you. And be careful with your words, because you never know how many times they replay in someone's mind. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today.
A stone can be crushed into sand in a minute, but sand cannot become a stone even in 1,000 years. Friendship is the same. In 100 battles, winning 100 victories is not the highest skill. The greatest victory is defeating the enemy without fighting. We always have a choice. Even choosing not to choose is still a choice. The one who plants wheat will also get straw, but the one who plants straw can never harvest wheat. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today.
They said the bumblebee can't fly. According to aerodynamics, it shouldn't even get off the ground. But it flies anyway. They also think you believe everything they say, even when you know it's a lie. But sometimes you stay silent, not because you're fooled, but because you're watching how far they'll go, watching how long they can pretend. Because truth doesn't need noise, and real power moves in silence. Keep growing with us. Subscribe today.